Hi there, fifth grade. It's really nice to be here one more time. I hope that you are ready to start with today's class because I am super ready and I am super excited, as you can see. Today we're going to be finishing and starting this week by finishing the workbook activities that we have left. So in this week we are going to finish Unit 8, and remember that if you keep having questions about the activities, the topics, the grammar, and etc. about this unit, please send me a message. Tell me that you need help in the activities or in any topic. If something isn't clear at all, please tell me, because if you don't tell me, well, I can't help you because I don't know that you need my help. So please don't worry about it. Don't be ashamed. Of course, I'll be glad to help you. And I'm not going to judge you, of course. But please, once that I said that, today we're going to start by doing a review about the topics that we've been learning in this unit. It might seem confusing. I've seen that some of you are or keep having troubles, questions about doing this. I know it is difficult. It was difficult for me when I learned it, but once that you practice it, it's going to be really nice and relaxed. So remember that we've been learning about how to use and write sentences with passive voice, in passive voice. To make sentences in this kind of passive voice, you need to know the past participle verbs. As you can see here, I'm showing you a chart. This is the previous chart that I'm showing you before, that I showed you before. If you find on the internet, if you try to find charts on the internet, you can type conjugations in English, and you're going to find a lot of charts like this one on the internet. You cannot imagine. I think this has the most common used verbs, so this was the reason that I chose this one. Okay, so remember that in English we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are the ones that you just add ed at the end. For example, if you can see in all of these verbs, they end with ed, like accept, accepted, act, baked, behaved, closed, compared, competed, died, disagreed, disturbed, dressed, right, eliminated, ended, enjoyed, fixed, follow, frisked, fried, greeted, guessed, haunt, identified, imagined, invited. Remember, not all of this you pronounce ed, no en todas se pronuncia tan cual. Let's keep going. Joined, jumped, knocked, loved, managed, marked, matched, name, needed, opened, ordered, organized, packed, painted, passed, performed, pursued, programmed, protected, reviewed, shopped, slowed, turned, underlined, and wanted. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. Okay, so remember, this is in the past form, past simple. Primero tenemos en la primera columna present, then we have past simple, and then we have past participle, ¿ok? Y del otro lado es lo mismo, porque la lista sigue, ¿ok? So, in this unit, we are going to focus on the past participle form of each verb. Pero como son regulares, es lo mismo que en el past simple. As you can see, join, joined, jump, jump. Y en todos te puedes dar cuenta que es lo mismo, past and past participle, ¿ok? This is important. Tal vez ahora no nos vamos a aprender accept, act, bake, behave, close, compare, compete, did, etcétera, etcétera. Maybe no lo vamos a aprender así. But it's important for us to be practicing about this, ¿ok? Por eso es importante que yo les muestre esta tabla. Y si pueden tener sus propias tablas, if you want to copy, if you want to print it, it's going to be better, ¿ok? Now, let's check irregular verbs, okay? Let's focus on this. Remember that the irregulars are verbs that don't care about the rules, they just want to make up the rules, they want to break rules. Entonces, ellos no siguen ninguna de estas reglas. That means that there are different kinds of conjugations. Aquí tenemos igual que en la tabla anterior, present, past, and past participle. Present, past, and past participle. Recuerda que nos estamos fijando en la última columna, ¿ok? Entonces, remember, there aren't rules to know how to conjugate a verb into a irregular, into a past participle verb. We don't have rules for that. That's the reason why we need to be practicing this. For example, in this unit, we've been using verbs like grow. In past participle, it will be grown, okay? So, pay attention to this because most of the times they are different. Algunos sí se parecen igual, algunos no. Entonces hay que prestar mucha atención. Remember, if you can copy this, if you can print it, if you can paste one of these charts in your notebook, please do it because it's important for us to have this information in our notebooks, in our, I don't know, need from us. Okay, so how do we use or why do we need to have these verbs and these verbs? Because they are going to help us to make sentences in passive voice. Recuerda que estábamos viendo escribir en presente y en pasado, ¿ok? So first of all, vamos a ver cómo se escriben en present simple. Remember, present, something that is happening right now, something that happens every day, ¿ok? So example, watermelons are grown in Kalahari Desert, ¿ok? Watermelons are grown in Kalahari Desert. The formula is that we're going to use the verb to be are or is in present, como ya dice acá, que lo vamos a usar en present. Nuestro verb to be is going to be in present. Are or is, as our subject is plural, we're going to use are. Then we're going to use past participle. Okay, nuestro verb was grow, pero en past participle is grown, ¿ok? Para esto nos sirve la tabla, porque todavía no nos lo sabemos, entonces por eso es importante que tengamos cada quien nuestras tablas, ¿ok? So, that's the formula for present. What about past? Okay, the house was built in 1980s. Okay, so, lo único que va a cambiar aquí es que, como dice en past simple, nuestro verbo to be va a ir en past. Remember that verb to be in past, two ways, was and were, okay? Was and were, and then we're going to write past participle, built, okay? Aquí no, creo que aquí no estaba, no está, pero si lo tuviéramos aquí. Oh, ok, aquí está. Build, present, past participle, build. Es lo mismo, pero no en todos los casos va a ser así, ok? Build, present, past participle, build, ok? That's important for us to know, ok? Verb to be in past and past participle, ok? Main verb in past participle. Okay, so now I think that we are ready to go to workbook pages 79 and 80, okay? Pay attention to it. First of all, activity A, listen, circle T for true or F for false. So I'm going to play this audio. It's a conversation between Susie and Regina. So please listen to it because we need to pay attention to this conversation to do the next activities. So let's check it out, kids.
Book, page 79. Activity 8. Listen. Circle T for true or F for false.
Maybe I can find something for my sister here. Her birthday is next week.
I think you can. That table over there has a bunch of handmade cotton blouses. They're made in Hungary.
They're beautiful.
Look, Margit is wearing one. See how it's worn? The strings are pulled and tied in the front. It's a nice look.
My sister would love it. But look, the one that I like is torn.
I'm sure it can be fixed. Like the sign says, these are all gently used clothes. Let's ask Margit's mother if it can be repaired.
Great idea.
Okay, so that's it. With this information, we need to circle T for true or F for false, depending in these sentences, okay? Activity 9 says, look at 8, this conversation. Read the underlined expressions, match the expressions with their meanings, write letters, okay? So we're going to match this information with this one, depending on what do you think they mean, okay? Activity 10, and pay attention to activity 10 because we need to record a video reading conversation in exercise 10. No todos estamos enviando nuestros videos. What's happening? Remember that it's important if you want to be in the honor roll, if you want to reach the first place in the honor roll, it's important for you to do it, okay? So activity 10 completes the expressions in 9. A, look at these amazing scarves. Why are they so cheap? B says, I guess it's because they're all blank, but they look new. A, I'm going to buy the red and yellow one. B says, I love this local craft fair. Blank. These things look blank. Okay. Hey, I know. I love things that are made by hand. Okay. So you're going to fill in the blanks with these phrases that you have underlined in here. Okay. Or in here. And that's it. In the next page, page 80, we have 2 more activities. These are about the verbs. So let's pay attention to it. We have this box that has the main information. That rug is made of wool, okay? Made. Make en presente, made in past participle. Okay, those bananas are grown in Ecuador. ¿Recuerdas que este te lo mostré en la tabla? Grow en present, grown in past participle. Okay, y estos están en presente passive voice. In this side we have past passive voice. So that's what they are going to use verb to be in past, was, and where. The first tire was invented in the UK. The first cola cans were sold in the United States. Activity 11 says, match the 3 forms of the verbs, draw lines. Es similar a las tablas que te mostré. Present simple, past simple, and past participle. Ya tenemos eat, ate, eaten. Entonces vamos a unir fly, grow, introduce, invent, produce, make, mind, rise. It's easy because they are similar, but please try to pay attention because these verbs are the main verbs that we've been using in this unit, that they are going to come. Voy a tratar de que en el examen que sean estos verbos que están aquí, así que por favor trata de aprenderlos, recordarlos. Estos son los verbos más importantes de esta unidad. Activity 12 says, write the sentences. Use the present simple passive form of the verb in parentheses. Remember, present. Si dice present, quiere decir que vamos a usar verb to be is or are, ¿ok? Entonces tenemos corn, blank, grow in the United States. I'm going to help you with this number 1. For example, I would say corn is singular y nos dice que es presente. Todas estas tienen que ser en presente, so it means that they are going to use either is or are. Verbo to be is or are. Son los únicos que pueden usar. So this one is singular. For that reason, I'm going to use corn is. Y luego tengo el verbo grow. Y in past participle is going to be grown. Corn is grown. Y ya voy a usar lo que me reste. In the United States. Okay, then we have sheep. Sheep, singular or plural? Sheep, in this case, sheep es plural. Es una regla que tiene sheep, que no lleva S, etc. Okay? So, it's plural. Sheep are, y tenemos raised, raised with ED at the end. Sheep are raised in New Zealand. And that's it. It's the same that you're going to do with make, mind, produce, create, and invent. ¿Ok? Ya los tenemos por acá, así que vamos a prestar atención. Remember, Don't forget to write the verb to be. Solo tenemos dos opciones de verb to be, are or is. La instrucción nos dice que en present, are or is, ¿ok? No lo olvidemos. Don't forget also to send your video reading conversation in exercise 10. Of course, it needs to be completed. Ya que hayas completado esto, lo vas a leer. You can ask someone from your family to help you to read this, or you can do it just by your own. Puede ser ambas personas. Just send your video, try to practice it, and that's going to be fine. Write your name in each page and today's date, and that's it. I'll be waiting for you to send me your activities, and I'll see you the next class. Bye, kids!